Good morning. It is 10 a.m. on the 5th of June and it's the beginning of the Categorically Romance readathon. I just wanted to check in with an update because I wanted to... I have started reading Kidnapped by the Viking, which I decided to start out with. I've only read one chapter, so I'm not very far into it at all. I think I read 13 pages this morning, then I went up and I have been cleaning the majority of the morning until now and had breakfast. It's going to be pretty nice weather today, so I'm going to be taking advantage of that the fullest, because it's been so rainy all of May. So now that the weather is with us, we should appreciate it while it lasts. We are in Denmark, so changing weather is the norm. It's also Father's Day and Constitution Day in Denmark, which means that I have to go visit my father. So I bought a present for him and everything, and in a few minutes I'm gonna go walk with my sister, because we walk 3 times a week, but we've only been on one walk this week so far, so we have to walk both today and tomorrow. So yeah, I did walk yesterday, but we go together 3 times a week. And before we do that, I wanted to show you my garden, because I don't think I've shown you that yet, and I think it's nice, coming around nicely now. First up, this is my back garden. It's actually pretty nice. I don't have too big a garden, but I do have like a grass area. I have some plants and stuff. This is a butterfly plant. Whenever it starts blooming, I have some thyme here, which has started to sell nicely. I have parsley, which has really been going well, and I have these I don't know what you call them. They're a type of onion. They become these green big ones, and they're usually pretty good. Then over here I have what you put in béarnaise, tarragon, and this is oregano, I believe, and supposedly there's going to be mint in this one, but I don't think it's coming along very well. Maybe there's something green coming up there, so we'll see. And then I have strawberries here. I just watered them because they are underneath a roof kind of thing, so they don't get a lot of water when it's raining. But there's also no holes in the bottom of this, so I don't want to have too much water in it so that they drown, so I have to sort of water them regularly in a way. Over here we have lavender and moss, and I really don't know what this type of tree is. Then I have this, which is looking nicely. I bought this pot for it, and I think it's really pretty. And then I have over here, I have these, but I want some other plants to be on the other side, maybe in another color. And then I need more, yeah, dirt, I don't know what you call it, in their mold. No, I don't know. And then I have this, which I don't know what is. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna come up there. But it looks like there's going to be flowers on them soon. I don't know what this is either. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen. My parents have one of these, and I don't know what it looks like, but as you can see, I think that's not gonna be very long until they sort of bloom. So it's exciting. Yeah. So this is my back garden. I also have garden furniture that I bought last weekend. So it's nice. I can sit out here with a coffee or something. Iced latte probably. So that was my garden tour for now. I'm gonna check to see if my sister's on the way, and we're gonna go for a walk, and I will bring you along today. I hope to read something at my parents', but who knows. I don't think I'm gonna be able to join in on the live stream today because it's at 6 p.m. and we're probably going to be eating at my parents' place at that time, so I'm pretty sure it's not gonna happen. But anyway, this was my update. Talk to you later. Bye. I did something because I ordered some books, I had them delivered, I picked them up, and I unwrapped them without sharing it with you. So that is the error. I just want to let you know what books I just picked up at the store. The post office. They were a lot quicker to get here because I bought all of these new from awesomebooks.com. Usually they would send them with snail mail, but I don't know what happened. They sent them with FedEx, so it was like here really quickly. So it's all sequels, and I bought them all new because there weren't any used copies of them. The first one is Diana Wynne Jones' Castle in the Air. I think there may have been a different edition that was used, but didn't fit with the other one that I have. So this is the edition I have of the first book, so that's why I went with it, and I'm really looking forward to continuing. Another second book in a series is The Body in the Tower by Y.S. Lee. This is the second book in the Agency series that I started in January and really enjoyed it, and I'm looking forward to continuing with this series. And the last and final sequel that I bought was The Dark Days Deceit by Alison Goodman. This is the last and final book in the Dark Days Pact series, which I read the second book for Dewey's, and so I just need this last one in order to finish it. So I'm very excited about all of these sequels, and don't know when I'm adding them to my reading, but they're all fairly easy reads, so yay for that. So that is my haul sharing right now. I just came back from a walk. Now I'm going to hang a bunch of clothes up on my drying rack, what do you call it? And we'll leave for my parents afterwards, so see ya. Hello friends, it is now Sunday. It is almost 4 p.m. I'm going to leave for a hopefully dry walk soon. The weather app said that it wasn't going to be raining today, yet it has been raining constantly since 10 a.m. Constantly, and they still say that there's not going to be any rain today. What is that? Why do we have a weather app that's updated currently with radars and everything, that it doesn't update general things? Like, is it going to be keep raining all day? Can I plan anything? It's a little bit frustrating, to be honest. It's still pretty warm, but yeah. I have been reading today. I'm happy to say that, at least. I have been working on Kidnapped by the Viking. I have read, I want to say 6 chapters. I am in the middle of chapter 7. Yesterday I only managed to read 25 pages in total, so it was really a low reading day for me. So currently I'm about 42% into it, so I've definitely made some progress. And we're following a girl who is from this Saxon clan, I believe. She is a Christian and she wants to go to a nunnery. We also have this Viking man who captures her. I'm not exactly sure what sort of plot this has. Like, I think the romance elements so far has been pretty okay, and I'm interested in the time period, sort of. I just don't know if there's a sort of deeper plot to it, and I know it's romance and usually there's not, but one of the things I like in sort of, if I read romance, there has to be some sort of a plot to it that keeps me engaged, that wants me to get back to it alongside the romance, because if it's just the romance, then I usually get pretty bored pretty easily. So currently I'm standing on about 3 stars for this book ish. I don't know exactly if that's gonna end up like that, and it's not like that I don't like it, it's not that I don't think the writing is particularly good, but it's just my feeling right now. But I hope to read more later. I'm going on a walk soon. My sister is on her way here, I guess. And then I am going to watch a football match tonight, because this is the last friendly match before the Euro starts against Bosnia. And while that is happening, I figure I'll get some reading in. So that starts at 6 p.m. So I'll definitely read something then, and that will be fine. So yeah, I've also spent an hour or so, a little more, or setting up my reading journal for the month, because I'm a little bit behind on that. But I figured, considering I have 2 overlapping readathons, I want to sort of get an idea of how much I have to read a day in order to get through my books. It's not so much here in the beginning, and it's not towards the end of the month, but there's the middle part when it overlaps. There's going to be a lot of reading in those days, so I'm trying to get a little bit ahead of my schedule so that I don't have too much to read on those days, and then I can sort of even everything out towards the end of Translate-a-thon, so hopefully that works for me. But this was my update for now. I'm gonna go get some shoes on and stuff and get ready for my walk. See ya. Hello friends, it is now a bit later. I'm wearing my football shirt, so apologies. It is 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. and the match is over. Denmark won 2-0 against Bosnia. I still think there's a lot that can be improved in terms of the offense, but you know, I know they were also not going all out because they didn't want to risk any injuries or something. Just the last match before the Euro starts next Saturday, that will have been annoying, and there was one who went out of the match maybe with an injury, so that wasn't so good, but all is great. Hopefully it wasn't a bad injury or anything, and he will be able to still play next weekend. And it was more of a precaution so that it didn't prolong the injury or anything. So I did manage to read something while I was watching, so I think I read 2 chapters or 3. I'm about to start chapter 10, which means I am 60% into it now. My thoughts about the book so far: I am still just okay about it. The romance is okay, good. There's a lot of explicit sex scenes in this, more so than I probably thought. I don't know what I expected, but it definitely has had quite a lot of it in the last couple of chapters, and I am currently thinking what will happen in the next coming chapters. So I'm happy to say I'm 60% into it. So given the fact that I was only like 25 pages into it earlier today, so I'm happy about that. It means that I made a lot of progress today. I don't think I'm gonna read any more of it today, even though it's still only 9. I thought I would update my reading journal instead of my planning for next week instead, and maybe do a little bit of diamond painting, because I haven't been doing that in a couple of days. And then I will probably be watching an episode or something like that of New Girl before I go to sleep. That is sort of what I'm thinking. And then I'll get back to reading tomorrow. Yeah. So this was my update for now. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, it's now Monday. I wanted to check in with a reading update. I haven't been reading much today, not of the Categorically Romance, at least readathon books anyway. I think I read a couple of chapters in the halftime between a handball match. It was second match in best out of 3 bronze medal series with my favorite local handball team, so we had to win in order to at least get a chance of winning the bronze medals. And so I didn't know if we could do it because we have had a lot of injuries in our team, and it has definitely meant that yeah, we've had been a little bit low on resources the last couple of matches. It showed that it was like the end of the season and we didn't have a lot of players to choose from in order to sort of keep the thing fresh. So I didn't know what to expect of this match, but we ended up winning with 1 goal, so I'm really happy about that. And then we have the third and final match in this on Wednesday next week, when it will be decided whether we will get a bronze medal or not. I think I said earlier, or I might have said it in another instance where I didn't end up uploading the vlog, that back at Christmas I would have sold it for like a semi-final because of all of the injuries we have on prominent players. But anyway, long story short, we did well today, but it also meant that I didn't read very much. So I think I read like maybe I read 10 pages in that halftime. I have also had major headaches, so that has probably put a damper on my reading after I got home. But I have been listening to some audio today, not Categorically Romance, but I will share them with you anyway, considering I'm blogging anyway. I just wanted to update you with my reading in general as well. So first up, I am currently working on Murder on Union Square by Victoria Thompson. This is book 21 in the Gaslight Mystery series. I'm really getting close to the end of this. Let's see how far I got today. I'm a little unsure. I am 2 hours and 23 minutes into it, which is fine. I'm a little over halfway, so I don't think I'll finish it tomorrow, but I'll probably finish it maybe Wednesday. And then I have listened to an hour of, also I was exactly an hour into the book today when I started listening, so I've listened to 1 hour and 20 minutes, so that's fine. And then I have listened to 1 hour of the Tommyknockers today. I went for a walk immediately when I came home because I had a little bit of a headache, and then I mowed the lawn. So I'm 5 hours and 45 minutes into the Tommyknockers now. Out of, I think, 14. Or maybe it's like 13 and 45 minutes. I keep thinking 75 because that's how I calculate at my work with my time management. Like quarter hours, half hours, and 3/4 hours, and that's like equals to 100. So yeah, end up doing that, listening to that, and definitely something happened while I was listening today that was a little bit freaky, and I don't know where it's going. I still haven't made my mind up about whether I like the Tommyknockers or not. It's really, really weird, like really strange, even for Stephen King. So I don't know about it. Anyway, that's what I've been reading today. I don't know if I'm going to be reading something now. I'm just gonna wait until tomorrow and see if I don't get a little more reading in when I get home. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I can feel myself not being in the mood to read, and I don't think that I want to force myself to do that. So I'll just be happy with the audio I listened to today, and that's fine. So yeah, but this was my update for now. I'll talk to you again tomorrow, and now I'll be charging my battery because it's flashing at me, so see ya. Hello friends, it is now Wednesday. I haven't checked in the last couple of days because I've been embarrassed because I haven't read anything. But happy news, I have just finished my first book for the readathon. I finished Kidnapped by the Vikings, which is by Caitlin Cruz. It follows this woman called Eowyn and Thorbrand. That's how I'm supposed to say it. And Thorbrand is a Viking, obviously from a clan, and his king has sort of sent him out on a quest to find this girl who is Eowyn, who is the daughter of, no, the niece of a king. And he has to marry her for some political things in order for them to gain power over a specific area in England, which I've currently forgotten what it's called. And then it evolves into a romance. The plot didn't work super well for me, and I feel like all of the things in this was a little bit mediocre in terms of the characters, in terms of the plot, in terms of the writing was good enough, but still not my favorite kind, and it all left me sort of in the middle of the road kind of thing. And then I was surprised at how many sex scenes there were in this, and how explicit it was at times. I don't think I expected that. I don't know what the norm is for this line, but I don't know if I expected that. Not that I have any problem reading it. It's just I didn't expect it. So if that's something you're into, then definitely you could check it out. I did end up giving it 3.5 stars because there were some redeeming things towards the end that made me enjoy it. There were some good quotes and stuff that helped the story towards the end. So that's why it ended up on a little bit of a higher note than just a 3 stars. So yeah, but I'm happy I finished the first book for the readathon. So good for me. The other thing that I have also been working on the last couple of days was Murder on Union Square, and I finished it yesterday. I didn't think I would finish it yesterday, but I did, and I actually managed to start another book as well. But I finished Murder on Union Square, and I gave it 4.5 stars. It was so nice to be back in this with this series. The last book in this series wasn't my favorite, so I was happy to see this was back on track with what I usually tend to enjoy about the series. So I was really happy about that. With this one, our main character, Frank Malloy, is blamed for a murder that he didn't commit. But obviously this means that he suddenly has to try and fight for his own freedom and to clear his name, because people believe that he was a murderer, and obviously that's not good. Even though he has a lot of money at this point, and he could bail himself out easily and stuff like that, he didn't want that to model his name and what he stands for, so he took it up to himself to try and figure out what happened to that. And it was really interesting, and I just love the side characters, how they're developing. This one was just everything. The characters were great, the plot was great, the intrigue, I was really there for it, so I ended up giving it a 4.5 stars. It's definitely one of my favorite, the better ones in the series, so I was really happy about that. And the other book that I started after that is a book that I didn't plan on reading, but yesterday I had some technical issues with the Storytel app. I think there was a disruption of the service of some kind. I definitely need to check the maintenance the support page, let's say it like that instead. And they said that they had an unexpected error and they were working on it. And because of that, I had to sort of figure something else to listen to while I was working. And so I went to my Audible app and I downloaded Another Time, Another Place. I'd already bought it with a credit, but I just downloaded it to my phone and started listening. And then I realized how much I just wanted to read that one. Was happy to remember it. And it's the newest book in the Chronicles of St. Mary's. I think it's book 12. And I'm really enjoying it. There's something that happened to one of the characters close to our main character, and yeah, things are definitely changing in her life, and I'm really interested in seeing how this will work over the book and what things she's going to get into. So I'm happy about that. What am I into it? 4 hours out of 12-ish. So I think about a 40% mark. But I'm really enjoying it. So I'm happy about that. Yeah. So that's what I've been working on over the last couple of days. And it means that I have finished 2 books in the last 2 days since I spoke to you last. But finally, another update I want to do is I actually went by. I got a puzzle. I don't know what happened because I've gotten used to over the last, let's go back to about September last year-ish. Everything was working fine with the delivery service from awesomebooks.com, but beginning of this year, I think it was because of the Brexit thing maybe, that it cost something, even though it doesn't cost me anything else and than usual. I think, and this was sent from Spain. For some reason it just gave me it's been like a long process getting here every time I ordered something, so it took like a month or more to get here. But this one I ordered a couple of weeks ago and it's already here, and the newer releases came yesterday. Like I showed you them the other day, and they'd been actually I could pick them up for a couple of days. I just forgot about it because it's a different store than the local one I have here. So yeah, anyway, long story short, let's unwrap this and see what I have in here. It has 2 Terry Pratchett books and 1 book that's not a Terry Pratchett book. So yeah, the first one I have already read, and that is Weird Sisters by Terry Pratchett. This is the 2nd Witches book, and I think it's the one with the play that is sort of a parody on Shakespearean plays. Oh, here was a picture of him without his hat. That's a little bit strange. I feel like, oh, every time I see a picture of Terry Pratchett, he always wears his cowboy hat kind of thing. The other book that I bought was Unseen Academicals in a hard copy, because apparently at this point I collect hard copies of the remainders. I'm going to look forward to when I have to reread them. I will reread them in their physical form once I've gone through all of them. In audio, I'll reread them in the physical form and then start writing notes and stuff in them. I don't know, Unseen Academicals, I think it's... Is that an industrial revolution? It's a football! Oh my god! Football has come to the ancient city of Angmar. I think I'm gonna love this one so much! Oh my god. And the librarian is playing, apparently. Is he a goalie? Why do I presume the librarian is a goalie? I don't know. I think I'm supposed to read this next month, which I need to figure out if it's like an industrial revolution. I think it is, because usually it's something new that comes to the Discworld kind of thing. No, it's a Rincewind book. Okay. I'm less excited, but I still think it's fun that they have football. And it's probably not going to be American football, but soccer football, the real kind. Last and final book I picked up is one that I've wanted to read for so many years, and I actually can access from the library, so I don't know why I bought it, but I keep forgetting about it, and I hear great things about the author, and so I got The Demon King by Cinda Williams-Chimer. This is the first book in the Seven Realms trilogy, which also have a spin-off series, and I know it was really popular when I started on BookTube, but I think I already knew about these books before BookTube, because I already put them on my TBR, I believe in 14 or 15. I added it to my shelf in 2014, so I have known about this specific book for 7 years, and I still haven't read it, but I wanted to for 7 years. So it's about time for me to start looking into this, and I really like these covers. And so that was my update for now. I have been rambling for 14 minutes and I need to stop. Hope you're all doing well with your reading and that you're enjoying the romances that you're picking up if you're participating in the Categorically Romance. I hope that the next book that I'll pick up is going to be better. I think I might try and start it when I go to bed. But this was my update for now. Talk to you later. Bye. Hello friends, I just wanted to do a final update for this week's vlog. I tried doing an update yesterday on Sunday, but I wasn't really able to make any coherent update at all. I was in a very bad mental state, and I don't know if I can explain why. I am a big sports person, I think you know that, and obviously right now we have Friday, the Euro Championships in football, soccer, whatever you want to call it, started, and Denmark had their first game on Saturday. I was very excited about it, as we all were. We had a good feeling about the tournament, the players, all of it. It was sort of on our home turf for the first time since forever, and we have a really good team, and we had no injuries, except like we got a small injury on one of our players in our last friendly match, but otherwise everything looked good. And me and my sister went to watch a football match at a pub in our city for the first time since all of this corona stuff happened. I was in a pub watching a football match, and everything was, we were all excited and in a state of celebration and all of that. We had a really good feeling, all of us. Yeah, I think it was about 42 minutes into the first half. One half is 45 minutes when the worst thing happened, and our best player, and this doesn't matter which player this happened to, even if it was a Dane or Finn, I wouldn't have reacted differently, I think. But our player Christian Eriksen had a heart attack. We didn't know at the time that was what happened, or cardiac arrest, I think that's what you call it. He just fell and was unconscious, and I think it took a couple of seconds before we realized how serious it was. But the images I had stuck in my head was right before they started CPR. I saw his eyes, they were just completely empty. There was nothing, there was no light in them or anything. And then the next thing that I saw was that they started giving CPR, and then the broadcasters in Denmark clipped away, and the rest of the things that we saw were helicopter photos. Yeah, then we didn't know for 20 minutes or something what happened, if he was even alive, if all of that. And I'm currently thinking that if I'm feeling like this, I mean, I'm already getting choked up again. I can't imagine how the players and everyone around them and the people in the stadium must have felt. But yesterday was difficult, and today is better, and I'm happy to say that at least Christian is doing well. He is, yeah, himself more or less again, but they're trying to figure out what actually happened, and they still don't know that, so they're trying to find answers. And so I'm very happy about that, obviously, that it could have gone so much worse. But I just never got that image out of my head. Didn't think I would have reacted this much to this, but it was difficult. I haven't been reading very much this weekend. I did read something on Saturday morning. I think I'm about 30% into the book, His to Protect. This is the romantic suspense line book that I decided to go with, which this is the one that will cover the own voices prompt. And so far I'm enjoying it. We're following a character called, I've forgotten her name right now. She is she's in a difficult situation because she was at the wrong place at the wrong time, kind of thing. There was a bank robbery, and she was present at the robbery in the bank, and someone saw her. Like she got eye contact with like one of the people from the group, and then we have a male lead who is, I think he's somewhat part of an investigation team of some sort, like a special service, but I'm not sure. I'm not really sure about that, but they've had a one-night stand kind of thing, but she doesn't really want to get involved, and even though she has a lot of emotions for him, but he really wants something going on, but is also respecting the fact that she doesn't want to, so they're sort of more like trying to be friends. But when he realizes this, he is trying to take care of her, and so that is basically where I'm at now. And that he is also worried that something extra will happen, something bad will happen. So yeah, that's really interesting. I'm hoping to read something tonight. But I'm happy I started that book. I think the book seems to be a pretty decent read so far, and I will try and read something tonight, maybe while I'm watching some football, even though football has already become a little bit pointless in a lot of ways. But I have been watching a little bit from them, and I think today there's going to be some pretty interesting matches. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really crazy group, so I'm definitely on the lookout for that. Right now I'm sort of getting into the groove again, because actually Denmark has another match on Thursday, so I need to get my headspace back to that. And I'm interested in seeing how the guys will respond. It could go one or two ways. On the one hand, they could end up really finding some extra energy and beating Belgium. I didn't think that it would be a possible scenario, because Belgium is such a great team, and we haven't managed to beat them in matches prior to this. But you know, you can always hope for a good result that we can use, because I mean, we're on the home turf and everything. It could be so well, and I want the guys to get a positive experience from this and take that with them onwards, because yeah, even though football is second to life, so way further down than that. Yeah, this is my update for now. I have actually I did film a wrap up of my end of the month sort of reads that I had, but I don't know if I'm going to upload it right now. It just seems so ridiculous with the mid-month already being here. And this is my last update for this readathon. The next update, the next video will be my combined readathon vlog with both Categorically Romance and hopefully also some translate-a-thon. It started today, so I definitely need to get started on that, but I'm so far behind on my Categorically Romance, so I'm going to start out with that, and then we'll see if I manage to get some translate-a-thon in. Maybe I can read manga and get myself started on that way. So yeah, this was everything I had for you right now. Thank you for sticking to this point if you are still here, and I'll see you in another video very soon. Goodbye.